Have you ever tuned into HGTV or the Magnolia Channel or one of those and you watch those house flipping shows and you think to yourself, I could do that. That looks easy. Looks fun. Honey, let's do that. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not so easy and it costs a lot of money that you may not be expecting to spend. It's hard to budget for things that are unforeseen, and it can be a really tough go, especially when you're first just getting started. So you may be wondering why I'm standing around in a parking lot today, and let me show you here. Something exciting just happened in the community near my latest flip. See right over here, HEB. Well, there's a brand new HEB that just opened about a mile away from the house. And this place is huge. And the parking lot is jam-packed today. And so this is really an exciting thing for the community. But I got distracted. But enough of my distractions. Let's get on over to the little house in Mansfield and see what's going on today. I've already made a midweek visit over there, so I kind of have some ideas what's going to be happening. I hope to see that the trash pile is gone and the guys are cleaning up and getting ready to finish the work that they've been doing for the last 3 to 4 weeks. So, I'm Tony. This is Run the Comps. Here we go. As I try to navigate out of this crazy parking lot here at the brand new HEB, I'll tell you, this is a super exciting thing for the community of Mansfield, and it's a testament to how big Mansfield has grown over the last few years. But we're going to go ahead and head on over to the little house in Mansfield, which is only about a mile away from this brand new HEB. And we're going to see what's going on over there today. I think Urban and the guys should be trying to finish up. They probably want to get paid their last bit of money that we had outstanding on the payments here. And then hopefully I'll be in a position to where we could go ahead and start making plans to get the roof replaced. Now, like I was saying, flipping houses is not easy. It's a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of money. You can't just jump in to a flip deal and expect to not have any out-of-pocket expenses. Unless you're buying the house so dang cheap that there's plenty of room for you to get your repairs done. So as I was saying, flipping houses is not easy and it's certainly not cheap. If you're looking to get into flipping houses, don't expect to get into it without pulling any money out of your pocket. You're gonna have to pull money out of your pocket, whether it's a few thousand or 20 or 30,000. You're probably gonna have to pull money out of your pocket, especially if you're getting a hard money loan or even if you're just paying cash for the property. You gotta pull that money out of your pocket to pay for the house. And then what do you do for repairs? Well, it takes a lot of planning and a lot of budgeting, and there's a lot to it. It's not as easy as it looks on TV, that's for sure. In fact, at this point in our project, I've probably spent $30,000 or more out of my own pocket just to get this job started. Now I have to go out and find a funding partner to help with phase 2 of the project. And it's really quite stressful knowing that our funds are running low. We've got about half of the project done, and we still need to find funds to finish it off. So the house is probably going to end up sitting idle for a week or two while we round up some additional funds. On top of that, there's a holiday week coming up. 4th of July is coming up, and not a lot of people are available because everybody's on vacation, having fun with their families, because that's what this business is all about, right? Freedom and time to spend with your family, right? Great. Yeah, I'm glad that you think so, because actually your time is going to be spent budgeting, managing contractors, checking on your job site, and doing all these other activities that are related to finishing your project. So if you think you'll just buy a house, there won't be any cash out of your pocket, and you're going to have all this free time to spend with your family, yeah, it's not really the way it works. The reality of it is, it's a lot of money out of your pocket. It's a time suck. I have a regular day job, and so I was spending all my free time tending to this flip property, which I didn't really want to do in the first place when I bought it. I really wanted to sell this house on the wholesale market in an as-is condition, but like I've said before, I didn't quite get the sort of offers that I was looking for. So I reluctantly went ahead with the rehab project, and now here we are. I'm kind of committed to it, and we're going to have to see it through. Well, I just arrived here at the house, and things are moving along as expected. So that's a good thing, right? Good news is we got this big dumpster out here. The guys are shoveling trash into that right now. And sometimes I wonder, why didn't I just put the whole damn thing in the trash can? I don't know. You know, these are some of the emotional ups and downs that go with flipping houses, and it can be absolutely draining, the stress and the emotional roller coaster that goes along with these kind of jobs here, because it takes so long. There's just so many things about this house that makes me say, why? Why did we do this? Well, like I said, I really wanted to sell this house in an as-is condition, but then I had to proceed reluctantly with the rehab, and so here we are. We're going to finish it out. We're going to get to the finish line sooner or later, but there's a lot more stress, money, emotion is yet to come. This is actually the second dumpster that the guys had to call out for the property over here. I think that's about a 20-yard dumpster. I told them to get a 40-yard dumpster to begin with, because when I saw that pile of trash, I kind of figured it would take a 40-yard, but they had a 20 delivered last week. They got rid of a lot of the trash, and this is the second 20-yard dumpster. So when you look at the front of the house, it's way better than what it was. Still not as pretty as it can be. We did decide to pull that little porch roof off of the house there, and we'll be building some other sort of covered structure to cover that front patio so that it's a little more inviting as we get towards the end of the project here. All the new subfloors are in. It's a good thing, except for over here where we still have that gas riser. I'm still waiting on the gas company to give me a call so we can get this thing out of here. Here's the primary bathroom, and you can see we've got all the plumbing in here. We've got lines for the shower and sewer lines for the toilet and the shower. And then over here can be a vanity. And I discovered something last week when I was here. If you go right through this wall, you can see this is the laundry room. There's that gas riser over there. And I think I may have solved the mystery of why that gas riser is inside the house. Well, as I was looking around the other day, I noticed that inside this primary bathroom, now that we've got the walls torn out, you can see original siding from the exterior of the structure. That was once upon a time on the outside of the house. So perhaps this primary bathroom and that laundry room were add-ons at one time, and that gas riser was on the outside of the property once upon a time. And since they added on, I guess that's when they took the meter out of here, but now it's just turned into a pain in the butt to try and get the gas company out here to remove that gas riser and retire the service from this house, because we're going to make it all electric when we're done with it. Back around here in the kitchen area, get all the new subfloors installed. Got a new window in. It'll be over the sink. We're probably going to put a sink right here. We'll come in and figure out where to install cabinets and all that sort of stuff. We're probably going to have to do some drywall work. But this wall right here between the kitchen and the living room, as you can see, it's not sitting. We had to cut it off so that we can install a new subfloor. And so we're just going to be taking that wall out and opening up this whole area between the kitchen and the living room to make this house feel a little bit bigger, because it is a small house. And that's just something we can do to make the house feel a little bit bigger. Well, that's where the trash pile used to be, and the guys are doing a really great job of cleaning everything up, getting it all into the dumpster. There's a lot of little stuff, and it's really sort of painful to have to clean up all the trash and everything, but they'll get it done. Not to get off in the weeds or anything, but another one of those little details that you have to worry about when you're doing a flip house in the summer is making sure the yard stays mowed. That's one of the quickest ways to attract attention, unwanted attention, should I say, from the city. You certainly don't want the city coming out here saying that your yard needs to be mowed. Oh, wait a minute. What else are you doing over here that we should know about? Well, we don't want to do that. Luckily, we haven't had a lot of rain like we were having in the beginning of this project, so that the grass isn't growing that much. But I'm going to call Silvino this week and get him to come out. That's my yard guy, Silvino. He's a great guy. He's been mowing the yard at my house for years. And he's been kind enough to drive all the way down here to Mansfield to tend to the yard down here whenever I need to have it done. So I'll call him next week and get him out here in another week or so and make sure we keep that yard mowed. The next part of the project is to get this roof replaced. You can see this roof is not in great condition. If we're going to get it replaced so that this place stays watertight, I'm going to call my friend Brad Carver over at BC Roofing, get this job on his schedule real soon. But before I call Brad to schedule the roof, I need to find some more funding. Tell you what, the stuff you find on these job sites when you start cleaning up, just keep finding more and more random objects around here. Little golf ball there. Check this out. Come down this way. You always find stuff like this on these job sites. Here's a kid's toy. Looks like a Frisbee. My goodness, the stuff that you find on these jobs. Well, despite all the stress and the expense, so far, I've been very fortunate to have good help on this project. Urban and his brother Luis and their crew of guys have worked really hard to get this house leveled up, put all the plumbing in, the windows, the siding, and all the things that they've done. Even today, just cleaning up the trash is a huge part of the deal here. That'll wrap up our visit to the little house in Mansfield for this week. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We sure do appreciate that. Leave a comment if you will. We'll see you next time. I'm Tony. This is Run the Comps, and I'm out.